Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is TOEFL IBT writing section week 10. Not long to go, and your course is very close to finishing. So I pray that the journey has been useful so far, and you guys will be finding tonight's session useful too. So tonight, the aim is that you're going to be having a practice session on yet another guided writing essay, followed by telling you what the homework is. And let's see how you're going to enjoy this. A small number of students made their submissions, so I did not have too many essays, and I think I only marked it yesterday or the day before, as I have been very busy. And outstanding submission. I am so proud of you. And last week I did say that I am expecting perfect essay. And you did. For those who submitted, they nailed it. So therefore, I am so proud of you. I loved every single one. So I feel so proud of you. I don't think that I can take the credit. You guys are really working hard, and keep up the good work. I am positive that you can book your TOEFL test, at least for the writing. I'm going to have a clear conscience and know that you will be shining like a stars. And that was my promise to you. And last week's homework proved it. So well done. Finally, I think literally everybody was getting very high scores. So let's continue with my promise that what am I going to give you. And this week we're going to be doing yet another integrated writing task with a reading article, followed by audio. So you are, I just want, if you liked what we did last week, who wants to read the reading article? Okay, so I'm going to give it to Ms. Farrar. Go ahead, please. You start.
In the name of Allah, reading article olive trees, 3 minutes. Olive trees, which are a critical components of Mediterranean agriculture, are threatened by a bacterium which causes a disease called quick decline syndrome, QDS. The bacteria can quickly destroy the trees and has already devastated entire olive groves in Italy and Spain. There are several methods to protect olive trees from QDS, but the following three are widely considered to be the most effective.
That is great. Thank you so much. I'm going to go to the next slide, and let's see if anybody else wants to read. So let's give it to Miss Malalai Azad.
Reading article continue. Okay. Early detection of the bacteria is critical to preventing the spread of the disease. Farmers should regularly unpack their trees and look for signs of disease, such as yellowing and withering leaves, dying branches, and slow growth. If a tree shows signs of infection, it should be immediately removed and burned to prevent the spread of the bacterium to other trees. The government and agricultural organizations can also play a significant role in early detection by encouraging farmers to take part in this strategy. Promoting the overall health of olive trees is another effective strategy to prevent the spread of the bacteria. Trees that are in good health and better equipped to resist infections and recover from diseases. Proper irrigation, fertilization, and trimming are all essential for promoting tree health. Farmers can also uh, plant saplings that have shown some genetic 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 ability to resist Zillella this disease.
Thank you. And who wants to go next? Anybody? Otherwise, I'm going to give it to these two ladies. Okay, Miss Ferrari, you're going to be doing the next one, and then Miss Malaya Azad will be doing it again. I'll just change the slide. Continue, please.
Since the bacteria is transmitting to olive trees by sap-sucking insects, mainly the spittle bug, reducing the populations of such insects is crucial in controlling the spread of the disease. The most effective method farmers can use to control insect populations is spraying chemical insecticides. An additional strategy is to introduce natural predators of the insects, such as ladybugs, lacewings, and wasps, which can help reduce their populations over time.
Thank you. So the next slide is I'm going to play an audio, and I believe you're going to be able to hear it. I have gone to a different room, so there's less disturbance. Let's listen, please.
Outlined in the article are the most commonly used strategies to protect olive trees from QDS. Each approach has drawbacks which may limit their overall effectiveness. It's true that early detection and eradication of diseased trees are crucial in preventing the spread of the bacteria, but this approach has several limitations. First, it requires frequent and thorough inspections of all trees, which can be time-consuming and expensive, especially in large groves. Additionally, the symptoms of the disease may not be visually apparent in the early stages, making early detection difficult. So, by the time we can spot or move a diseased tree, it's likely that the bacteria has spread to other nearby trees. Next, I know it's important to promote the overall health of olive trees, but this isn't a perfect strategy. Remember that proper irrigation, fertilization, and trimming can improve tree health, but they don't guarantee protection. Even healthy trees can be infected at any time. You should also remember that disease-resistant saplings can sometimes be extremely expensive for farmers to purchase. Finally, reducing the population of spittlebugs, the main transmitter of the bacteria, is helpful, but it's also hard to do properly. Unfortunately, insecticides work well at first, but over time the spittlebugs adapt and become resistant. Meanwhile, natural predators of spittlebugs, such as ladybugs and wasps, are difficult to utilize properly. After being released in an infective olive grove, there's a chance that they'll simply fly away to an area where they are needed. Since olive groves are located in fairly rural areas, it can be difficult to tell when this has actually occurred.
Okay, so the very first part was a reading article, and lovely Ms. Farar Siddiqui and Malay Azad read it for us. My suggestion to you guys is that when you give yourself a little bit of time and try to read the article at your own time and try to take some short notes from that, the important points. The audio, I have sent a copy of the audios, two audios as two different slides. So when you're going to be playing, you should have access to these two. And then play the audio again at your own time. And challenge yourself. See if you can take some notes. Okay? Because this week, I am only going to give you one example of an essay. In the last couple of weeks, I have exposed you to the same essay, but 2-3 version: a weak, a intermediate, and a outstanding. This time, it's just one essay, and this is from TOEFL IBT websites. The materials are from the TOEFL IBT, but what you should do is have a go at yourself. In fact, what you can do is you can go back to week 1 and see if you can do whatever homework we gave you, see if you can make it better. Go to week 2 and have a go again, and week 3 and so on. That is the only way that's going to be making you improve. And what a better way is that you be your own critique. Because when you are your own critique, I assume that you're going to be very hard on yourself. And you will pick your mistakes. So having said so, now I am going to walk you through the essay. And for those students who already read, so if you could put your hands down, please, because I want to see if anybody else wants to read. And Miss Medina Amini has put up her hand. So Medina Amini is going to be reading. And I'm hoping that if somebody else wants to, otherwise I'm going to get the essay to Miss Medina to read. Anybody else wants to read? Put up your hands so I know I can see your names. So Malalai Azad, you did have a go. If nobody else, then I'll give it between you and Miss Medina. Okay, all right. So keep your hands up. So we're going to start with Medina Amini, and then we're going to go to Miss Malalai. And if time permits, then we will give Miss Farrar to read some slides too. Let's have a go. So please go ahead. So remember, this is a sample essay. I'll try to see if I can move this up, that it is clear. Go ahead, please.
In the name of Allah, sample essay. The reading and the lecture are about quick decline syndrome, a disease that affects olive trees. The professor suggests 3 solutions to this problem. Meanwhile, the lecturer challenges each of these solutions. He believes that they won't save olive trees. First, the author argues that early detection of the virus is key to stopping it. According to the article, farmers can watch for diseased trees and immediately destroy them before the virus spreads to other trees. The government can encourage them to do this. The lecturer challenged this suggestion. He says that constantly inspecting trees is expensive and time-consuming. Moreover, by the time we spot a diseased tree, the virus has already spread to other trees. Next, the author says that promoting the overall health of olive trees is an effective solution, as they are more able to resist diseases. This can be done through proper trimming and irrigation, and also through planting saplings that are designed to resist the virus. The lecturer calls this into question as well. He notes that this won't guarantee I'm sorry, I can't see the remaining part. Oh no, it's okay. He notes that this won't guarantee protection, as even healthy trees can become infected. He also notes that genetically resistant saplings can be very expensive for farmers to purchase. Finally, the article suggests spraying insecticides to stop the virus. as it's often separated by insects like spitbugs. Natural predators like wasps and ladybugs can also be used to control their populations. The lecturer, however, says that insects gradually adapt to insecticides, so they won't help in the long run. Not only that, but natural predators might just fly away to a place where they aren't needed. It's hard to tell when this has happened, since olive groves are in rural areas.
Don't have my voice. I apologize. I muted myself when I was talking about. So just repeat myself that you had a reading article followed by a audio, and then the essay was discussing the information between the audio as well as the lecturer's view. In the essay for integrated TOEFL IBT, we do not put our view. So your view is not coming into this picture. So please make sure that you distinguish between integrated essay and independent. So that's where you don't want to be penalized. But last week you blow my mind away, and I think you are doing wonderful. So keep up the good work. Now let's see what the homework is. And once again, it's going to be a reading articles, and I need some volunteers to read. So put up your hand so I could see. I only see Miss Medina, Malala, and Farouar. I don't see anybody else, so I'm just going to give it to these three. That's perfectly fine. So this time, Malala, you're going to be reading first, followed by Farouar, followed by Medina. And I'll mute myself, but I will just
Sample essay.
No, not this. Just bear it with me. Wait till I put it, because we finished with that. So this is reading articles. So this is the one that you're going to be reading. Start, please.
Okay. Reading article. Machu Picchu is 15th century Inca cathedral situated in the Andean mountains of Peru. The ancient site has puzzled historians and archaeologists for centuries, with many theories proposed as to its purpose. Over the years, archaeologists have put forth three possible reasons for the construction of Machu Picchu. One possibility is that Machu Picchu was built as a permanent royal estate for the Inca Emperor Peka, Pachacuti as the ruler of a major empire. Pachacuti would have needed a luxurious and impressive residence located at the top of a mountain with breathtaking views of the surrounding landscape. Machu Picchu would have been an ideal location for such a residence. Anyone coming to meet with the emperor would have been impressed by his apparent power and wealth. This feature might have helped him to maintain his rule over the people of the region.
Okay, can I have the next student to read this slide, please?
Was it my turn, teacher?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Another theory is that Machu Picchu was built as a ceremonial and religious center. The Inca were a deeply religious people, and their empire was filled with temples and shrines dedicated to their gods and goddesses. It's possible that Machu Picchu is just another shrine, albeit a very large one, with its impressive stonework and intricate carvings. It may have been built as a sacred site for religious ceremonies and rituals. A third possibility is that Machu Picchu was built as a defensive fortress located at the top of the mountain and surrounded by steep cliffs. This site would have been very difficult to access, but easy to defend. This strategic location, combined with the strong walls and traces of the citadel, would have made Machu Picchu a perfect military stronghold. Invading armies would have found it a very challenging target. Consequently, in times of invasion or the most domestic unrest, the Inca armies could have retreated to the fortress for safety.
Thank you very much. So that was reading article, just put in 2 slides for you to, and this is part of your homework. So this reading article, we read it, it was read there for you. At your own time, you have to read it again, and then you have to extract how many points there are. Then listen to the audio. I'm going to play it with you, but I have shared these files with our assistant, and if they are not already on Telegram, they will be there shortly. So I'll play this one and listen, please.
Ideas with the purpose of Machu Picchu are certainly interesting, but each of them has a few flaws. A problem with the idea of Machu Picchu as a royal residence is its remoteness. While the site is located in a beautiful area, it's far from the center of the Inca Empire and would have been very difficult to access. This would have made it impractical as a residence for the emperor, who would probably have needed to be close to the political and administrative centers of the empire. For this reason, the site may have been a temporary vacation home for the emperor rather than a full-time residence. Next, while the idea that Machu Picchu was built as a ceremonial and religious center is a popular theory, it is not without its flaws. One challenge to this idea is the lack of evidence of religious activity at the site. While the citadel contains a tons of stonework and many elaborate carvings, there are no clear indications that it was used for religious ceremonies or rituals. In contrast, other Inca sites, such as the Temple of the Sun in Cusco, Machu Picchu are certainly interesting, but each of them has a few flaws. A problem with the idea of Machu Picchu as a royal residence is its remoteness. While the site is located in a beautiful area, it's far from the center of the Inca Empire and would have been very difficult to access. This would have made it impractical as a residence for the emperor, who would probably have needed to be close to the political and administrative centers of the empire. For this reason, The site may have been a temporary vacation home for the emperor rather than a full-time residence. Next, while the idea that Machu Picchu was built as a ceremonial popular theory, it is not without its flaws. One challenge to this idea is the lack of evidence of religious activity at the site. While the citadel contains impressive stonework and many elaborate carvings, there are no clear indications that it was used for religious ceremonies or rituals. In contrast, other Inca sites, such as the Temple of the Sun in Cusco, contain clear evidence of religious activity, including altars, offerings, and other religious artifacts. Lastly, it's difficult to claim that Machu Picchu was built as a defensive fortress. While the citadel does contain strong walls and terraces, there are no clear indications that it was used for military purposes. Very few actual weapons or military tools have been found there. The Inca were known for their elaborate military practices, and the remains of their soldiers and weapons have been found at many other sites. The absence of clear signs of military activity at Machu Picchu suggests that it was not used for defensive purposes.
Okay, so you end up playing it twice, so I hope that helped. And I think I strongly suggest that you read the article, listen to the lecturer's voice multiple times, and then have a go at writing your essay. So this is once again the same 280 to 300 words on both of them, and send it to me so then I could give you feedback. If you want it, only if you want to give yourself another challenge, what you can do is, before you write your essay, have a go at extracting the most important point, do a plan, and also listen to the article, to the lecturers, and extract. And if you want, send that also with your essay. Then write down the essay. So this will also give me an idea is how are you going with extracting information from my reading articles, and how are you about it with your listening and picking up the points. That's an extra challenge. If you wanted to do that, would be good. And if you don't do, I mean, I can't force you. You guys are adult. That's my email. Please send it to my email. And with that, our lesson is finished. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the recording. And if you have any question, I will be able to answer questions.